Well, we've got a lot of people coming in and out today. So let me just remind you guys that Duval County students ages 10 and up can get a free EKG heart screening until 2 o'clock this afternoon. And anyone in our viewing area ages 10 to 22 can get a free EKG from 5 to 7 this evening. And of course, First Coast News is teaming up with the nonprofit Who We Play For to make this all happen and help save some lives. So let me introduce you to the co-founder. This is Evan Ernst. Thanks for having me.
Honored to be here. Thank you.
Yeah. So tell everyone how this organization got started and a little bit about your story as well.
Yeah. Who We Play For was the vision of a bunch of best friends who were from a little south of here, Cocoa Beach. We watched our teammate die of a detectable heart condition on our high school soccer field. He was the perfect picture of health. He passed every sports physical he ever had.
Wow.
And he had a heart condition that's detectable 95% of the time or so. And we watched him lose his life to sudden cardiac arrest. And this is the kind of the blood covenant of best friends at college at Florida State over a decade ago to try and bring everyone together to create a national movement to save kids like Rafe.
Yes. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear about that. Thank you for telling that story. And it's so important. So touch on the importance because you just mentioned, peak of health. You would probably never think anything would happen to an athlete like that. But this is the number one killer among student athletes, right?
Yeah, number one killer of student athletes, number one killer on school campuses, and arguably the number one killer in all of kids. And it's not just student athletes, it's all kids. But something like 80% of kids and student athletes, their first symptom is sudden cardiac arrest. And 1 in 300 kids has a detectable, potentially life-threatening heart condition.
Wow.
So this is huge today to do this with First Coast, to do this with Wolfson's and with Nemours supporting, with Advent Health supporting, with Jacksonville Sports Medicine Program supporting, with the Jaguars, with all the area school districts have been huge. And then Simply Healthcare, who's helped to fund this and make this possible for a lot of kids.
Right, because again, this is free and you don't have to register, although folks did, but you can still walk up and sign up that way. And it looks like they're going to be doing some CPR demonstrations. What else are they going to be doing here?
Hey, everything sudden cardiac death prevention is the soul and the spirit of Who We Play For. So we got CPR, we got a little AED awareness, a lot of stories. Pretty much everybody volunteering here has either buried their kid to sudden cardiac arrest or their kid was saved, or Who We Play For helped to save their kids.
Right. Well, thank you so much. And really quickly, because I think people might be curious too to know, how long until the results come out? So they get their EKG done today and then what?
Thanks to a bunch of pediatric cardiologists from all over the state who volunteered to read these, we get the results back in about a week.
Okay, wonderful. So what's your call out to everybody right now who may be on the fence?
Hey, if you're watching this, why not? I mean, this is the leading cause of death. You can hear these stories endlessly, and everybody needs to be the gatekeeper and the protector for their kids. I say challenge your school to step up and do this. Challenge your coach to make sure we have emergency action plans and an AED at every field you go to, and make sure your kid gets an ECG whether they play sports or not.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for telling us a little bit about your story today, and I'm sorry about your teammate, but you're turning it around to help others, and I think that's wonderful.